Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Angels. I'm Katie Keeper of awakentheinnerlight.com and coffeewiththeangels.com. So for those of you who are new or don't know yet, Coffee with the Angels is where I sit down and I do a writing exercise. I just sit down with my first cup of coffee and tune in and hear what the angels have to say. A lot of times it's like, what are we talking about today? What do I need to know that I can also share with others? And that has become more of the approach in the mornings. For a while it was, just what's going on for me. And then I was getting the, well, you need to share them. And then I'm like, okay, so what do other people need to know? And I was not paying attention to me. And so now it's really coming around to balancing out, because I've been doing this since November 2017. So it's really only been, it's March. So it's been a few months, but it's still a new kind of process. But it's really, really cool. And so if you are having issues or you need some guidance, any kind of writing exercise can be really, really helpful. And not that you have to share it. You just do it for you and then go from there. So today is March 19th, 2018. Tomorrow's equinox. I'm really excited about that. I don't know why, I just am. So the angels today are talking about what really matters. And the angels say, in a world full of distractions, misguidance, and misinformation, it is ever more important to choose what is important to you, what really matters. In that, seek truth. Always seek truth in yourself, in others, in situations, circumstances, everything. When you seek truth in something that really matters to you, you get what's real. There are no illusions or deceit. As you awaken more, ascend and reach higher frequencies, your soul and the mission, lessons, contributions of the soul become more focused and important. You are learning to allow your soul to matter more than the social conventions, expectations, etc. That is a very large part of this, and every incarnation, soul growth, mission, learning, and teaching. I'm going to read that again because it feels weird. That is a very large part of this and every incarnation, soul growth, mission, learning, and teaching. This time you have the advantage of being more aware in your day-to-day life. You have tools and abilities you are free to use to assist you and enjoy your humanity at the same time. Again, we say, seek the truth, the highest truth. Decide what matters to you, listen to your soul, care for it, feed it, allow it freedom to be expressed and to work its magic. That's what it's here for after all. And that's what the angels had to say today. And so I can see where this really applies to me, because I've had a really rough week. And so in all of the uncertainty and the insecurity that has really come up and been in my face for a little over a week, it's not that it wasn't there before, but it's been in my face. It's what really matters. It took me, this is how other people can show up for you. I know this seems to be kind of meandering away. I promise it comes right back to it. Other people can show up for you. I had a friend who asked me, do you have a book I can borrow? I just want to sit in my bed and read this evening. I need a book. And so the book that came to mind for me, for this particular friend, is Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And it's a fantastic book. I listened to the audiobook first, then I bought the hard copy because I needed it for reference, like I usually do. But what happened is we had gone from Lake Greensboro over to Raleigh. And so we were just kind of out and about for the day. So I put on the audiobook a little bit so she could check it out. I'm like, that's right up her alley. Well, then I continued to listen to it, and I'm hearing it so differently than I did before. And I really had the hints before about taking care of my soul, that there's a whole lot of what's happened over the last week and a half, actually a couple of years, but that has become exceedingly clear in the last couple of weeks, that I'm learning to take care of my soul. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I have been around narcissistic personalities all my life. I was taught to be a codependent, and none of this is, none of that is something that any of the others did consciously, deliberately. This is all subconscious things that I just have come aware of to go, that's what that was, and that's what I learned. Oh, that's what that was, and that's what they learned, or how the interactions worked. It's just a recognition. There is no blame or criticism. What happens when we decide what really matters, when we decide that we matter enough to do something? You step forward, you come forward, and you do things. Like right now, my dog is whining at the door. And this time last year, I would have started this video over to go let her in. She can wait, because this is important to me. And once upon a time, I would always put me on the back burner. I would always set me to the side. I would allow myself to be heard or do things that made me feel unimportant. And you know what? That is not what was helping or feeding my soul. But all of those things I came through were teaching me to take care of my soul, teaching me that I need to take care of my soul. And then as I started this healing journey in about late 2007, 2008, might have been more like mid 2008. But when I started that journey, I had no idea where I was going or what I would be. I just wanted my life to be better. I wanted to feel better, and I wanted my husband to be happy. And you know what? He's still really not all that happy. He's better. Still really not all that happy. You know what? His stuff, not mine. Do the best I can to support him. I love him dearly. But I have to take care of my soul. I can't take care of anybody else's. I can help others, but I can't do it for them. I can't even do it for my kids. And sometimes that is really, really hard. So I went from giving everything away to learning what really matters. Learning what is important for me to do for me, what is important for me to do for my children, what is important for me to do for my husband, because family matters to me very much. Their wellness and well-being and happiness does matter to me. It is not my job. I had to learn that distinction. And, this has been a really rough road for me. And so the idea of living from the sacred self, living from the soul is really, it's exciting for me, because it's something new, and because it's something within me, and it's also something that's kind of greater than me, but it's not somebody else outside criticizing me or telling me that I need to be this way or that way. It's different. This is about, I'm being called forward into something. I'm being called forward into next steps, because as I learn to listen to my soul and listen to the divine guidance that I'm given, it becomes clearer and easier, and it feels right, and it feels good. And whatever my soul is really here to do, we're just now coming into it, and it's really exciting. And so I'm hearing that I have to stop here. So I hope that somewhere in here you have found some value. You have found, even if it's just food for thought and things for you to mull over, for your divine team to help assist you on however you need to move forward or what you need to know, so that you can live from your more sacred self, that deep soul level, and get that into alignment with your everyday life. I'm still working on getting mine in alignment. And you know what? Every little piece that comes into alignment is really helpful and really nice, and it feels good. So I hope that you found value in this that'll help you do the same. So if you have questions or if you need help, I do intuitive readings, so I can help you in communicating with your divine team. The readings are really good if you just need confirmation that you're on the right path, if you just need more information to be able to take action on. Readings are really good for that. If you find yourself you just keep running into these walls, it's like you're doing everything you can and just keep hitting this wall. Well, guess what? You've come up against belief systems somewhere along the line. They're just beliefs. And so I know we are taught to identify with our beliefs, that we are our beliefs. R-A-R-E, our, O-U-R, beliefs. That's untrue. They're just beliefs. And they can be changed. And a lot of times we really need to change them so that we can get the highest truth and be in better alignment with the all that is and our soul. So I also do healing sessions. I have been called the subconscious belief excavationist. And you know what? All the layers I've sifted through for myself, yeah, I got good at it. Between learning how to ask the right questions and dig, and having people that helped me and taught me, now I get to go do that for other people. And so if you find yourself running into a wall, a healing session might be appropriate. If you're not sure and you would like to know more, I also offer a free consultation. They're called a cuppa, which is a cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of water, whatever. And it's just a free consultation where we get together for 30 minutes and see if we're a good fit and see if I can be of service to you. And if it's not a good fit, or I know that what I offer isn't really what you need, I do my best to make referrals, because my greatest thing is to get you what you need for your next steps. And if it's working with me, that's great. And if not, I will do everything I can to direct you to somebody that I know is reputable, that I would trust. And I've learned to be quite selective. So I really have learned to be very selective with that. So if I give a referral, it's because it is somebody I trust, or it is somebody else who is referred by someone that I trust very much. And of course, I disclose all of that information. And then it's up to you from there to make the decision whether they're a good fit for you or not. So just know that, because I've dealt with that. I have dealt with the idea of, I really need help. I go to somebody and they really can't help me, but they didn't point me in the right direction either. And so if I'm not able to help, at least if I can get you pointed in the right direction, I'm good with that. But when it comes to belief systems and you're running into that wall, that's my work. I do a lot of digging work, a lot of healing work, and I use the basis is called the Theta Healing Technique. You can always check that out. That is the basic technique that I use. I call them healing sessions because I don't know what's going to come up in session or what I'm going to be guided to do. And it may be outside of the Theta Healing Technique itself, even though that is the basis. So that's why it's called healing sessions and not Theta Healing Sessions, even though we are in a theta brainwave. So we get that access into the subconscious mind. Anyway, I've rambled enough. And I thank you for tuning in and for taking the time to listen and be present. And I hope you found value here. And if you need any help, you can go to awakentheinnerlight.com check out the Work with Katie tab and see in there what might work for you. So I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful week, and happy spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And I would say happy fall for the Southern Hemisphere. So I hope everything is well in your world, and that you continue your growth and that you enjoy the journey. I'll see you next time. Bye.